So hello again. It's time for the second part of this Fez playthrough, which I've now basically just now decided is actually going to be a full playthrough. So that we're going to carry on this for a couple of more streams. Perfect for Monday evening. Thank you, Deekeeper, saying that we're going to do a very, very chill stream. I'm not going to go into deep on like lore analysis and stuff like that. There's some to do, but not this week. Maybe when we're getting towards the closing out this particular playthrough. But it's going to be a very relaxed kind of taking care of each other, kind of just chatting, just taking it as easy as we can, basically. So if you missed the first part, there's no really any story to this game, so if you want to jump in now, you're not missing anything. But if you do want to see the beginning of this game, the first part of the playthrough from last week is now on my YouTube channel, so you can watch the archive there if you do want. Actually, it does seem like some are watching, because I've got a couple of views on those, so thank you so much. If you are watching on my YouTube, then that's awesome. Thank you very, very much. But I think we're going to switcheroo over to the actual game and see if we can actually get it to work. This was a little bit of a problem last time. I have managed to get... there we go. I have managed to get controller support working now. So I've got my... Oh, you can't even see that. I've got a rainbow effect on that. That is not showing up on the... with my filter. But there you go. So we're going to carry on with Fez. Oh, that sound is coming through the TV. That's not good. Hang on. Maybe I need to... Yes, I'm going to need to exit that and then start again. I don't know why this game in particular just isn't playing well with my hardware. I'm not sure what that is, but hopefully it will work. Well, it's coming through my headphones now at least, so... And you should be able to see it, so that's good. And let's crack on. Hello, Simpa. Hope you're having a nice Monday evening. How are you all doing, by the way? What have you been up to this since last time? Oh. Now I should be able to do this a little bit better because I've actually got the control working. Gotta remember how it is. We've got 13 cubes. We need, I believe, at least 32 to reach the end of the game. So we got 13 standard cubes and we got 1 anti-cube. So we got 14 all in all. So we're almost halfway there already. This isn't a super long game, actually, as you will notice, which I quite like. I think it's a game that is very packed. Doesn't have a lot of filler in it. But we can look at the zoom out and see what we could do. We've got one more area we should be able to access there. So let's actually I think maybe we unlocked a new area. Very good, thanks. How am I doing? I'm doing well. I've been better, I should say. I think I mentioned it a little bit last time. I have been made redundant from my job, which is a bit of a bummer, to say the least. I was told today, because long story short, in the UK we've been having a scheme, basically to protect work during the COVID pandemic. Called the furlough scheme, which basically means that the government will pay the salary, up to 80% of the salary for employees that are put on furlough. So the company themselves don't have to actually pay for that, so the company isn't as hit economically, and they can still keep people employed. Now, that scheme ended last week. And there was no news about it being extended, so a lot of companies, mine included, simply let a bunch of people go because they couldn't afford to keep us around, with business still being as it is. So I was told last week that I no longer have a job. Right. a few days ago, the government goes out and says, "Oh, actually, we are extending the scheme all the way until March of next year." Sorry, I'm kind of just faffing about, but I want to kind of tell this properly. So they say we're gonna extend this to March of next year, and they then also say that, well, companies who have made people redundant in the meantime, they will be able to re-employ people and put them back on furlough, basically to help people who've just lost their jobs get a couple of more months to find something new, or maybe to see if the company's financial situations will improve. My company have, however, decided not to do that, which I found out today. They are not going to be re-employing me or anyone else, as far as I'm aware. So that was a big bummer. I was hoping for that. I wasn't really expecting it. I didn't think that was what they were gonna do. But I was hoping. I've been employed there for a long time, and I was kind of hoping that they would, I don't know, do the decent thing, I guess. Not to call them out. Like, I know that a lot of people at the company have done a lot. But just I did think it was a little bit of a pisser, honestly, and especially considering that they gave almost no notice to us that redundancy was even being considered. So that kind of that sucked. So I'm today I had my interview to get apply for universal credit, which is basically the unemployment benefits. So I've had the interview for that today, and I'm gonna hopefully start getting that in December, because it takes about 5 to 6 weeks for them to approve that. So basically that's where I'm at now. I've been applying to jobs, getting all rejections so far, but it's been a week. I'm trying to keep positive. It's shitty, and why, I don't know. They didn't tell me. They did not tell me that, why they're not doing that, but yeah, there you go. What are you gonna do? So basically that's where I'm at with all of that nonsense, and that was also why I kind of wanted to carry on with Fez. Well, what they did in lieu of notice period was that they gave me they're paying my notice period. Unfortunately, I only had a notice period of I'm trying to get up here. I only have a notice period of a week, so I'm only getting a week's worth of pay, plus unused annual leave. How am I getting up here? I've forgotten. So that doesn't even really amount to a full month's worth of pay, but it's better than nothing, No union fighting. No, there is no union, unfortunately. I looked into unions earlier last year, and there just isn't a union available to me. Remember that I live in the UK. The UK is a extremely conservative country, and that means not a lot of workers' rights. Kinda sucks, but there you go. I don't even really know where I'm heading. I'm just kind of like, while I was ranting about all of that, I just kind of started traveling, but we're gonna try to find out. We'll go in here. So we're not very jealous of life in the UK right now. No, there was kind of a bummer because that is an absurdly short. That is a very short notice period. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Let's actually check if we can get the treasure chest there. I don't know if we can yet. There's a very short notice period. What was also annoying was that I wasn't eligible to get redundancy pay, because in order to get redundancy pay you need to have worked at a company for 2 years in one go. Now, I've been employed by this company altogether for about 8 years, but there was the year before last, I wasn't employed. But then I came back, I was rehired by the company. Now, I didn't even notice that there was one of those. Ooh, hang on, I think I'm missing something. So you have to be hired for 2 years. In this period, I was employed for a total of 1 year and 11 months. So I didn't get redundancy pay. Otherwise, I would have had probably about a month's extra pay. How the work situation sorts itself out for you all crew as thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I was annoyed when I had to stay home from school because of a sore throat. You know what? I want to say this as well. It's not a competition. It is totally okay to be annoyed by stuff that seems petty compared to other people, because I've got it relatively good. You know, I don't have kids or anything. Like, you know, I don't have to worry about something along those lines, you know. So you know, like, don't feel like oh, I can't feel bad about my stuff because someone else has it worse or bad in a different way, you know. I do appreciate all the sympathy in the chat. Yeah, it's kind of a rough situation. But you know, I'm trying to stay positive. It's kind of hard. It's just been a long ass time, and it just feels like stuff isn't actually getting much better. Oh yes, that's the I missed that door, didn't I? That was what I was looking for. So we're here now. So there's a secret in here. I don't know if that's a secret we can do yet. But yes, that was all kind of rough. This one, do I have anything more in here? So, as I was saying before, if you missed this last time, on this map, you can see if the area has got this kind of golden sheen to it, that means that you've discovered everything there is to discover, which means that there is still stuff to find here, but I don't know if it's something we can do, because you can't actually do all puzzles right away. Oh, that's probably what I was missing. There's a door. Oh, gosh. But enough about me. I'm curious how everyone else is doing. I hope you're all coping. You know, we're getting up to the holidays, and it's gonna be a weird one, isn't it? We aren't really. Oh, can we go in here? Oh, we can. We don't. You know, we don't know if people are gonna be able to spend time with their families and stuff. And oh, hang on. Oh, yes, I believe that this is somewhere we're gonna get to. Okay, so we'll go back for now. And that kind of sucks. I do hope that people can, as much as possible, see family and friends around this time. Because when this is dark and everything, like it's so much worse to be trapped on your own. It is a rough time. Like, I've been extremely blessed to have so many friends that I've been able to talk to, like, online and on Discord and stuff, and through the streams. That's definitely not nothing. But there is, you know, there is still something that is missing when you can't have in-person meetups and stuff. I can go in here. Shaggy says, yes, I always thought misery is relative. One's own worst misery is always the worst one experience, and thus the worst misery one can relate to. Still, when my friend said the worst moment in her life was when she didn't get the horse she wanted for her birthday present, I wasn't all that sympathetic. Yes, I agree. There is definitely a point to that where everything is relative, because it's hard to relate to things where if you have never gone for anything equivalent. But not getting the horse you want, yeah, I can see. I'm not gonna lose sleep over that. I'm afraid. Aha, we've got another one of these. So let's go and throw that over. Oh, what am I gonna miss that? Yeah, I did miss that. Great work there. Try that again. We can get one of those. I do wonder if we can get the first ending. I'm gonna go ahead and spoil and say that there are multiple endings to this game. But I believe we might. Maybe we'll get it. It's been so long since I've played this. I don't remember if that's even possible, but we'll see. Puts everything in a new perspective, this pandemic. You suddenly appreciate the smaller things. That is 100% true. And I think my hope, at least, is that come whenever like lockdown is sort of ending, we can actually like, I mean, I get that we're not ever really going to go back to exactly how things were before, but to the point where we can, you know, see friends again and actually hang out in like, you know, gatherings and stuff. You can see multiple friends at the same time. I'm hoping that people are going to appreciate that more, and you're just kind of going to appreciate human contact more. I mean, I feel like I definitely will. I've always been a bit of a miser about things like that, and I have been extremely touched, or extremely starved for that kind of like direct interaction. Hello Vash, always a pleasure. I hope you're having a nice Monday evening. I'm trying to have a nice chill time with Fez. We're just going to be talking about my horrible work issues. Aha, so see, we've unlocked another shortcut. And we've got some naughty black holes again. Although this summer I went on a road trip around Sweden instead of abroad, and it was great. That's nice. That sounds really lovely. As long as you're being careful and all that. I had so many plans this year as well. That's kind of like one of the big bummers. I don't normally have a ton of plans, but this year I just happened to, and it's kind of... It's like, can I make that? Yes, I can! Hell yeah. I've got one more cube. Oh, I'm dripping on myself. I understand your work issue, working from... Not that work. I'm not talking about PC Gamer. I was talking about my other boring job that I lost. Can I just walk up? Yeah, I can. Good stuff. Right, what am I trying to do now? Okay. So, aha! Got a big cube right up there. I think for these first couple of playthroughs, I'm basically just gonna go kind of do this very relaxed, and then when we get to sort of like the last one or two, then I'm gonna bring out and do all of the super anal trying to find every single little cube. Found 16 cubes. You know what to do. You can open that last door now. At least I think it's the last door. We can. I'm not going to go there quite yet because we had this. I just want to check. Yes, we've got everything here, but we can unlock another area. Yeah, on the other, haha, I never travel, but the one time I was going to, this happens. Yeah. That's a fucking pisser, isn't it? Something is preventing you from changing your perspective in this area. I bet it's this totem-looking thing over here. Yeah, that must be it. The fact that my school is one of the only universities in Finland that can teach at school really makes me appreciate my education. Yeah, that's great. I'm really glad for you. Yeah, I am so glad that I'm not studying. Everyone that I know who's studying have told me it's been so difficult with online and everything, like classes not working. So I really do feel... I'm glad that it seems to be okay for you, but yeah, God, I do not envy the rest of you. Okay, can I not do that? Oh, I can... Okay, I can twist it. Now I see. And this soundtrack is so good. Oh my God. So I'm gonna take a yeah, there's gonna be more. So I'm assuming we're gonna go up and twist that yes, and then we'll find some more mini cubes, cube bits throughout. Yeah, we plan to go to US this autumn. Now we're not sure there is a US to go to next autumn. Yeah, I can see why you'd be worried about that. It's not great. I mean, God knows if it's going to be a UK next year. Oh no, it's too depressing. I can't even talk about this. I do find, though, genuinely, that the you know, like it's easy to get like all doom and gloom about stuff, and like politically, and you know, with the pandemic and environment and everything, and I get it, and I feel it 100%. But at the same time, it's like it also, that stands in contrast to people just being genuinely, I do feel like people are being nicer and people are reaching out more, and there's more, at least in the communities that I've spent any amount of time in this year. Actually, have we got everything? No, we have not got everything. I just feel like there is this counterbalance of people actually being there for each other in a way that I do feel is very, very I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but it's great, you know, to see, at least. Online meetings from home is awesome. Sitting at the PC with only underpants and t-shirt and have a beer. It's pretty... make sure that no one you work with sees this comment. It'll all be alright, yes. I mean, if I'm gonna get philosophical, if I have a motto for life, it's this too shall pass. And that's both good and bad things. So like, cherish what you have because it won't last forever, and remember to stick through the really shitty bits because they do eventually all end. Yeah, I was kind of joking, this pandemic is a small one compared to the Spanish flu, and we got through that one. Yes, that is 100% true. We did get through the Spanish flu. We got through the Black Plague, for goodness sake. And both of those plagues, while monumental tragedies, did also bring demonstrably good things with them. While that seems weird, but the end of the Black Plague was actually the sort of start of the workers' rights movement. which is kind of a cool little thing. Worth remembering, bearing that in mind. You know, not to be topical or anything. Oh yes, I remember now. You actually do have to match these. So you see the lines and the dots on each of these blocks. You have to match them to the lines and the dots on the actual in the hole that they're meant to be in. So that one matches up. And then that one's gonna be this one because it's got a line straight through it. And then this is gonna be this one. Thanks for the mental image. I have to scrub my brain with soap now. Oh yeah. Well, we all do it. As long as you're not like being gross. It's all fine. That's my advice for life, don't be gross. Right, so if I now jump up here. Should be able to. Yeah, and then we got the last one there. And that's it, yes. Not forget an incredible amount of good horror movies. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it was Halloween. I hope you watched Spookies. I watched one of my favorite horror films, Jacob's Ladder, which is still holds up real good, I have to say. That is a really good film. And we've got an Anticube. Why am I dripping so much? We got through every year of Eurovision. I am sad that we didn't have Eurovision this year. That was like... I struggled with that. Eurovision is like the thing that carries me through into the summer. That was a big old bummer for me. Although to be fair, I think the Swedish Eurovision is pretty dire, so I don't actually blame you all that much. I don't remember which was it this way because we need to be able to find the door. Yes, and I think we're done here. Yeah, we are. We've got all gold, baby. That's a really good movie. Jacob's Ladder is a super good film. I've thought about doing like a film night of that because I know a ton of my friends who I know would love that film who have not seen it. Jacob's Ladder is probably probably now it might actually be most well known for being one of the main inspirations behind Silent Hill. Right, so we've unlocked 2 of those. Oh, we're gonna go. We kind of missed a bit here. Gives on that feeling when you wish it wouldn't end. Yeah, it is. It's got such an atmosphere to it. That film, it is incredible. Like it's a very slow. It's a slow burn, that film. But I think like if you like Silent Hill and Silent Hill style horror, then that's one of the best films for it. Honestly, it's so good. There were so many like really great underappreciated horror films of the 90s. Like I was thinking about a film I think is so underrated, which is The Exorcist 3. And if you haven't seen The Exorcist 3, that's going to sound like a joke. But The Exorcist 3 is fantastic. It's a really good film. And it's got a similar kind of atmosphere to it too. So it's got this really oppressive and dark mood. Ding dong. Ring the bell by pressing X in front of it. So, okay, there's gotta be a puzzle here. So I'm wondering if it's time for me... Oh, that was close. I do believe in order to do this... what's it about? It won't sound good if I tell you, you're better going in loud. Yes. It's also one of those films that if you describe the plot, it doesn't sound any good. Like if you like, there's so many films of that where someone goes like, oh, you know, can you describe what happens? And you just kind of say, and they go, oh, well, that doesn't seem very interesting. Because the plot itself isn't particularly, it's not really the point. The point of that film is just how cool the atmosphere is, and all the spooky stuff is just really it's one of those films that just sticks with you. So there's definitely a solution to this, and I've forgotten how to do, but you are supposed to kind of dong on these in the right order. But I don't believe I can do that right now, so let us instead carry on. We'll come back here. Like once when I've kind of got tired of just kind of going with the flow in this game, what I'll do is I'm gonna have get a walkthrough, and then just like go through each section and show you each puzzle, because I've done all of these puzzles without a walkthrough like almost 10 years ago, so I don't really feel like doing them again. But I do still want to show all of this game, because this game does a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, so there was another room we missed here, so we might as well try to get it. Because of COVID, I finally watched Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Might be my two favorite shows now. I can't wait for the final season of Better Call Saul. Yes, I need to watch Better Call Saul. I watched a couple of episodes of it. That was a really good show. Breaking Bad is also very, very good. Think Silent Hill, but slower and more creepy. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good description. And I think if you go into it with the understanding of like this inspired Silent Hill, there are a couple of parts of that film where you're just gonna go, oh, I see. And I'm a big Silent Hill fan, so you know. I was actually thinking about for Halloween, because they surprised released Silent Hill 4 on PC, which is one of the more maligned games in that series, but one that I've occasionally defended. So I was saying that like, oh, it's great that, you know, more people can get a chance to play this, you know, and kind of see that this game actually does some pretty cool, interesting stuff. And then I thought, oh, maybe I should play it on the stream, and I decided absolutely not. I never want to play that game ever again, because that game is not very fun to play. It has got a lot of cool ideas, but it is not good. There it is. That's what we were looking for. As a chemistry teacher, I really liked the first 3 seasons of Breaking Bad, but once the teacher perspective got lost, so did my interest. Isn't that actually a... I think that might actually be like an Onion article, which is like... There's like a joke like that of like... chemistry teacher disappointed of Breaking Bad's realism or something. I can imagine that being pretty... I wonder what this means. Right, so basically here, pretty easy. You see the little Tetris shape here that I'm standing? We got to get these to match from every perspective. So this is going to take a while, but we'll get to it. It's a little bit of a tricky one. We can... or maybe I'm just going to like nail this in one, who knows? Right. So if we now just kind of throw this on top of here. Now we've got all of them like that, but we actually need this one. How am I even picking this up? What do you mean? What do you think of the new Silent Hill rumors? Could be real, but would it be any good? That is a very good question. I don't know. It's possible. It's totally possible. It doesn't seem like something that they would do, like a proper Silent Hill game. Like, I can see them do something like kind of like what they did with the Dead by Daylight thing, like a collaboration, or maybe do like a spin-off or something. But do I think Konami are going to put together like a team of veterans to do like a proper Silent Hill game? No, I don't think so. I seriously can't imagine them doing that. It's not in line at all with how they've been operating for the past couple of years. And they basically don't have developers anymore. They've got like that develop like the big scale games anymore, because they've all gotten, because they basically just do mobile games now. So I have a really hard time seeing that they're gonna do anything that does justice. How am I even moving these? I'm trying to. I can't pick these up, can I? Well, that's problematic. I'm gonna play Silent Hill 1 kinda twice. Silent Hill 2 is maybe the best game ever made. IMHO. I can't figure out how to get. Hang on, maybe I have to. I'll do that. Kind of fib a little bit. Right, so we need that to be. This one takes a while. I might actually do. If I can't figure this out in a few minutes, I might just leave it, because this one is a bit of a. Okay, so that one is placed there. I do actually think there is a point where this puzzle does get easier, so I'm gonna try once more, and then if we can't do it, then we'll return to this at a later point. I did it! Wow, okay. I genuinely didn't expect that. Wow. Okay. Oh, look at that gold. Oh, that feels good. Oh. No. I'm trying to do kind of a clever things. I don't have to walk around. There we go. I mean, I would love to see a new Silent Hill, but actually there's a really good... I'm going to do a shout out to a friend of mine. If you want to follow someone who does really good videos on horror media, particularly horror games, look up the YouTube channel Pim is Online, and they've done a video about Silent Hill, the Silent Hill series. And not to spoil it, but their kind of point that they make in that video is Silent Hill probably is kind of should stay dead, probably. Because the time for Silent Hill kind of has passed, and like focusing so much on this one series when most of the developers aren't working together anymore, and it has all this baggage, and there's so many expectations. Like, a big part of why the first 4 Silent Hill games remain so loved today is in large part because they were so surprising for their time, and they were trying new things, and they were like really stepping outside of both what the players were expecting from that series, but from the horror genre at the time. And I feel like now, like, the series is so kind of stuck with all this, like, these iconography, that I think it's going to be hard to divorce it from it, you know. And I would much rather like to get people who are inspired by Silent Hill to do their new stuff, and you know, that's what's basically been happening for the past couple of years, past couple of decades even. Because I don't think you're not gonna get that kind of lightning in a bottle again. It's, you know, we've kind of been there, done that in a way. And at this point, like, you're just not going to be able to do it anymore. Like, Silent Hill was never the product of, like, a singular voice in the way that, like, say, Metal Gear Solid was. Silent Hill was, like, you know, a very shifting team of people that had, like, a couple of people that were, like, kind of turned up throughout. So yeah, I don't know. I'm probably a bit cynical. This was your time to shine. Just kind of cool, say, just as I planned it. I think if you follow my streams for any amount of time, you know that I don't roll like that. I am bad at video games, and I have no problem admitting that. I enjoy video games so much, but I have never been good at them, and I never will be. And I have to accept that. Again, I love these kind of, like, this becomes second nature. Like, I climb on this side of the wall, switch perspective, climb up the side, and now switched. How do you even program that? God, it's so good. Silent Hill 2 is so infamous now, but it was only a cult-hit release. That is a very good point. Silent Hill 2 was not a successful game. Not at all, actually. It was considered a disappointment because Silent Hill 2 was meant to be like a big blockbuster hit. Like, they poured a lot of money into that. And while I don't think it was like a flop, it really didn't sell as well as they were hoping, and that is why, in large part, Silent Hill 3 is both more action-oriented and is a direct sequel to Silent Hill 1. Silent Hill 2 is not related to any of the other games, apart from, like, very tangential references. But the fact that they even, at the time, I think that's gold. Yes, look at all this gold. Good, man. Oh, sorry, Gomez. That they put that amount of effort and talent and money into making a game that is so dark and, like, goes into such strange places as it's very cool, very admirable, and I don't think that's ever going to happen again. Because now if you're putting a studio to make a Silent Hill game, there's stuff that people are going to expect of it. And someone, I can't remember the exact wording, but it was someone who said that, like, you know, horror that you expect is not horror. You know, that's kind of the point. You know, it's if something is familiar, it's not horrible. You know, it's not horrifying because you know what it is. Horror, like, demands unfamiliarity, and that, like, you don't know what to expect. That's me soapboxing a little bit about Silent Hill on this Fez stream. I was just thinking, how on earth did they manage to visualize this when creating the game? Yes, I have no idea. Can you try to imagine what the design docs for this game was like? And this game was basically made by two people, and I'm sorry, but I'm actually going to look up his name now because I didn't remember it last time, and I still don't. But it was obviously Phil Fish, who was the designer, and I think did the majority of the art for the game. And then there was the programmer whose name I am now going to look up. His name is... oh, I'm sorry if I'm going to butcher this. His name is Renaud Bedard, French-Canadian, I believe, because this is a French-Canadian game, who was the programmer, and I just cannot imagine having Phil Fish, like, giving the design docs for this and trying to explain how this is meant to work, and him doing it. Like, it's so good, and like, this game is almost a decade old at this point, and I still think this is such an achievement. And the fact that, like, this such a complex mechanic that has so many uses still becomes second nature almost instantly. It's so... I could gush about this for a good while. And I probably will, and I have. Oh, so yeah. Right. I kind of got stuck on there. So let's we're gonna try to we want to find our way back now. Yes. To the room we were in before with all the big doors, because we've got a new area we've unlocked. I believe it's this one, isn't it? Nope. This one? No, that one. Oh no, sorry. This is the shortcut. Don't believe. No, this is not where we want to be. Oh my god, I didn't need that. How I really thought I will soon play Fez. I just have to get around to it for a decade. This is meant to be a nice stream where we'll make people happy, and I've just made you sad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That takes you to the tower. Oh, that's the one. Yeah, it's been a while, unfortunately. This is the third time I've played this game. Played it first on the Xbox 360, and then I played it on the PC when it was released. Oh, we've unlocked 2 places. And 3 places, oh my god, okay. Wow, okay, so we have a lot to look at. Blimey, I didn't realise that we'd unlocked all that stuff. Okay, well, we've got more to do then. Rightio. Right, new place. You can see, we're brand already. There's a lot in this game. Ooh, caterpillar. I love the little cave paintings here. I think they're pretty cute. Fun enough, in this room, can't switch around. Can't switch to perspective. Not sad, just reminding me that all is sand and time sifts away. More philosophical. Yeah, no, that will happen. It is for me. I do recognize that though, that it is usually in the smaller moments, like in the sort of more inconsequential things, where you really feel the passage of time like that. It was like, oh my god, that film came out X amount of years ago or something. So we can see here another cave painting. We've got these people worshipping the owl that we saw last time. Where we came from? Yep. Like the one that always screws me up is the type of comparison where you compare the passage of time from one center point between now and another time. So if you say it was an equal amount of time between now and the year 2000 as it was between the year 2000 and the year 1980, for example. Because sometimes that can really screw with you. Like, for example, if the movie Back to the Future was made today, they would be traveling back to when the original Back to the Future was made. That messes with my head. And I believe we got another cube. Okay, so we can go in. Did we go into that one? No, we didn't. We got a mouse. And we got a big witch's cauldron type thing. I love how almost nothing is reused in this game as well. Like, all of these details in each of these little tiny rooms that are just a single screen are all unique assets to each area. It just makes the world feel so... oh my gosh, goodness me. There's some noises outside. It just makes the world feel so lived in. Oh! That's not good. This whole room is corrupted. There's literally nothing here, it's just to show you that this is borked, this whole area. And we've actually done everything here now. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Let's check out another one. It's like when I realised the other day, the students I teach now wasn't born on 9/11, a happening I feel like yesterday is a historical event for them, much like World War II. Yeah, I know. I have friends who are... I actually do have quite a fair few friends who are like 18 to 20, like in that age range. And it is... so weird when I like reference something like 9/11's like a pretty good example as something that, well, of course we all remember this, and they'll say something like, oh, actually I was 2 or I wasn't born then. New area. So completely new style from what we've seen in any other area so far. Now we're suddenly in what looks kind of like a little cyberpunky. It's a bit of a ghetto type thing. And we can see more of these, plenty more of these letters that we've seen so much of, which we're going to get to those in a future stream. Because those will come into play later in the game. But for now, we're ignoring them. Kind of like a shower room here. Like, so far we've seen so much of, like, we've had like these kind of lovely pastoral environments, and then we had the graveyard, which is really cool, and now all of a sudden we've got this neon lights, and it's like bricks, and it's such a, it throws you for such a loop. Now, in addition to the letters we talked about, here is a completely second alphabet, which are these little Tetris shapes. Is it tetranomes, I believe? They are also an entire alphabet, which we'll also need to learn in order to manage. So we're getting quite a few clues here, and we can even see the cube Earth, as it were, on the wall there. But we're not going to cover that in this, because we're still doing like a casually stream through. Don't need to worry about that. And up here we see ourselves. That's Gomez on that, and that is the Polytron logo right there. All hail the owl. It sort of looks like this is sort of like a student area, because you've got like a lot of books here. This looks like it could kind of be student accommodation. Maybe it's a motel or something. And again, there's nothing in here. This is just for flavor. Cooler room. Just kind of sells the world a little bit. So we've got a few more. Been in there. That's another one. But yeah, we will read all of this text. Some of it's gonna help us, some of it's gonna not. The boiler room. Also got nothing in it. My mom bought me a cool little owl today. Oh, that's nice. That's so nice. I've got a cool little owl that my mom bought me in the bookshelf behind me. Ages ago, like when I was like 12 or something. Alright, what else are we missing here? So we've got 2 areas. Oh, there's a secret in there, and then this is another area we haven't seen. So I'm gonna see if I can find a final door first. Don't know if that's available yet. It might not be. Love the cube spiderwebs. Yep. I love how much mileage they get out of the cube aesthetic. Oh, there's the door. I see the door now. So we'll get up here. Oh, I accidentally killed it myself. There we go. Owl Club. We should put both of those together, and then we can have a collection. Yeah, so this looks like, again, I don't know if it's like a working area, you know. Funnily enough, we've got what looks like Thor's hammer here. Got Mjolnir here. But it's like a locker room type thing. Alright, Shaggy, it's been lovely to have you. I do hope you've had a nice evening and you have a continued nice week. It's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching. That's I really do massively appreciate that. Thank you. Bye bye. Oh, now I gotta find where the cluster was. Again, I don't know if we can solve whatever secret this is right now. I believe that is actually the solution. What we're getting here is somehow, I know this is weird, but this is, I believe, the puzzle in this room. But I'm not going to cover any of the deciphering puzzles in this one because that's its own kind of thing, honestly. But that's the last thing that we need to do in that area, I believe. Yes, I think that's it. I think that might open up something else, but I think we're pretty much done. So let's go back. I love how satisfying collecting the small cubes to make the big cube is. Yeah, probably where I said that. Yeah, I think we were all gushing about that last time, honestly. So we can go in here now. And look at this, we've got some people. Quite a lot of people. So we haven't really seen any one like us since we left our home village. And now suddenly we find ourselves in a completely different village. Got a kitty, got seagulls, and we can talk to people, but... like I said, what I'm going to do is in one of the future streams, that's basically just going to be like a deciphering stream, I feel. And there's music as well. Oh my god. But I will bring out the alphabet and then we're just going to go on a mad rush and read all the text in this game. We can't really do anything with these people right now. They all are saying things. And this will go a couple of areas, and this opens up a little bit more than the other bits did. Go in here. And here we go, a giant throne. This one does have a secret in it. Yeah. Do you see? When I spin, look at the wall on the left, as right as the throne obscures it. You see that? There are symbols on that wall, and those symbols represent the puzzle we're doing, which we're not doing now, because that's another deciphering puzzle. The owl is back, everyone. In this room where nothing else happens, it's just an owl. And it's still definitely creepily looking at you. Hear the owls. See the effigy. Assemble the parliament. Whoa! It's yet another door. This one requires 32 cubes. Must be something really special behind that door. Yeah. Not to, oh, sorry. Not to spoil or anything, but it's pretty special. So we've got 19 cubes now. We need 13 more. Wait, what music? Am I the only one not to hear it? Oh, are you not hearing the music? Oh no, has this been quiet the whole time? Hang on, let me have a look. We really should have been hearing music this whole time. Oh my god, I'm not realizing this. Oh, it's not... Oh my goodness. So the game's been not outputting any audio. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so typical. Oh, I didn't realize. I just now saw that it's not the audio meter on Streamlabs isn't actually moving. Oh. Yeah, no, it's been a lot of music. And I'm hearing it. You are not hearing it. Because for some reason it's not... Hang on. Is there anything I can do? I'll do this. Now you should be hearing it. Please tell me you're hearing it now. I can't believe I did that. I'm so sorry. Oh... Yeah, it's problems as always. My god. That's not... The thing is, that's not a problem I've had at all. That sound just isn't playing. Oh my god. Okay. Well, you should be able to hear the music now. Now the music has stopped. So you're not hearing it anyway. But you should at least be hearing the sounds of the stream. I'll have to put a warning on the archive. Oh well. Right, so we got a couple of numpty, honestly. Well, more clues here. These are all stuff we're gonna want to keep in mind, but there's nothing else in the room. But that's the best part of the game, I think. Like, cause I think in a casual playthrough, you just want to get to the standard ending, don't really need to worry about any of that stuff, and I kind of like how you don't. You can just kind of enjoy the game on one level, but then you sort of have this separate layer of puzzle difficulty that you can approach if you want to. So you've got some more paintings, kind of octopus creatures. We got 3 people. Octopi thingies come down, grant them a cube, and then one of them becomes king. Got sound now, I'm good. God, I'm gonna have to put a really silly... How's a look at that guy, he's got a fez. Isn't that interesting? I'm gonna have to put a really dumb thingy in the... well, at least you've been able to hear me, so... Although I do think that the music in this game is more pleasant than my stupid voice. Notice in the background there, that's a QR code. So we're gonna need to dig into that, because that plays into some of the puzzles coming up. Let's play with puzzles instead of difficulty. Yes, that's I think a really good descriptor. Because I love that Celeste is like a game that people keep going on about like how difficult that game is, and like yeah, it's a challenging game, and that's like part of it. But that game is also incredibly accessible, and the difficulty is so modular. Like, and if you don't want to do any of the harder platforming challenges, you don't really miss much. Like you're doing them for their own sake, because you like the game. And if you don't want to do them, then the game doesn't cut you off from anything, you know. So I mean, this game does require you to do a lot of stuff to get the quote-unquote proper ending, but it's not like you'd feel cheated if you don't get it. So let's go back here. So we still got quite a lot of stuff that we can do, quite a lot of areas that we have not covered. Like you see, this whole bit basically not touched it at all. And there are separate areas here. There's a lot of stuff. So let's actually let's see where we can go. So there are a few bits. So that's just the that is in our original village. I don't think there's anything we can do with that, but we can go up. Hang on, so if we or actually, it would be best. That was where we were. Need to go up here. Oh, switched too soon. Oh, Celeste is such a good game. Like I replayed it with the Sibs and chat last year, but I'm kind of want to play it again. It's such a good game, and I actually played the final DLC thing. I should really get to that. So here I think we've did most of the stuff. We haven't done that. But I think that is doing the actual bell, which we'll do some other time. We can instead. There's another one here that I haven't unlocked, so I'm gonna see if I can find a door that I missed before. And that would take us to this bit. That's actually, oh, there's something we haven't done there. There's a secret. Actually, let's go through here, because this is the area where there was tons of stuff that we hadn't gone through yet. Yeah, there's loads of areas here, so let's focus on this bit for a while. Let's play DLC next time we can hang out. Yes, that would be a great thing. Maybe we can stream it. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, definitely we do want to play that, especially with with you guys. See? We can recognize those Tetris shapes. We're gonna want to do something to them right there. See behind this waterfall. Something we're gonna want to do there too, to let us go in. Because we can't, because the water is in the way here, we can't go in through that door. And this is, we've been in here? No, we haven't been. We're gonna go here. Go for this door. Like a mine shaft type thing? One door there, but there's also over here. Hey. Whew. I think that's gonna be far enough. Yep. Blew myself up. Okay, so I think I've got to be a bit clever here. I'm gonna. Blew myself up again. It's like the building crying. Oh my god. Why do I keep doing the same mistake? Gotta figure out the timing on the bombs and I'll go throw it at the right time. There we go. Well, at least I'm glad you're hearing this music. It's one of my favorites in the game. Ah, yes, I remember this puzzle now. So this, okay, so this is where we gotta be good with the timing of the switching. So, as that's going... There we go. Gotta follow it as it's passing around. There we go. And then there's another door here. Let's unlock that. Oh, I did a silly. Hard question. Which game has the best music? Oh my god. Okay, that is a question that I think is bordering on unfair, honestly. Like, if I'm gonna interpret that as which game has the music that I like listening to the most, even then that is difficult. Off the top of my head, an obvious one would be it's so obvious, it's almost painfully obvious, but I think the Final Fantasy VII soundtrack is basically perfect, and I think, like, considering how much is on that soundtrack, it's sort of hard to argue with. There we go. I blew it up. Beyond that, though, ooh, there's one hidden under here. Sneaky. I've always loved the Chrono Trigger soundtrack. I don't know if that's just because I love that game. It's hard to tell sometimes, but I love that soundtrack. I loved all of the original Silent Hill soundtracks because we were talking about that before. Oblivion is that's actually, yeah, Oblivion does have a really good soundtrack. All the Elder Scrolls games do, to be fair. But that is a really good question. Maybe we should, that feels like something we should discuss further if we can. Maybe that would be cool, actually. Maybe do a stream about game music. We can kind of do a playlist or something. Because I don't think that's... I don't think... because it's the whole thing about Twitch now with the takedowns of copyrighted music, and I don't think that game music is included in that, because in that case the platform would be kind of screwed. So that would be kind of cool. Maybe we should do that. Like, we can just discuss, like, I'll bring in some of my favorites, and then people can come in and recommend theirs. That seems like it would be a pretty cool time. You've just given me a pretty sweet idea there, so let's do that. I'm going to have a cube. Very hard to pick. Based on genre, we'll make it somewhat easy. Yeah, I mean, because you kind of have to separate the purpose of a soundtrack, because some game music is better being played in isolation. So I think this game soundtrack, for instance, if you've never played this game, I think you can still enjoy this soundtrack for what it is. But then you have soundtracks, like I would say the Silent Hill ones fit into this as well. They are so expertly crafted to achieve a specific emotional response in the game specifically. They're so made for certain situations in the game. And while there's still great music in their own right, I would argue, it's not something that I necessarily would listen to, like, unprompted in the same way that I would something like this, maybe. Or arguably like Skyrim as well. Oh, actually, to be fair, that's not true, because I do listen to Skyrim music. I sometimes listen to it when I go to sleep. But maybe we should do that. So we got Wind Waker was the first OST I ever liked. 13, that's Final Fantasy 13. Pode and Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. Oh, I need to play Pode. Pode looks so good. I haven't actually played Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time either. But that does look fun too. Like, I love the style. Right, we ended kind of back where we started, so we want to go, I think we want to go back to where we just came from. Going here, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, so it's kind of like which music do you think is the best, like just on its own merits, and which music works the best in certain genres, I guess, of game. But that could be something we could discuss. I've got a massive playlist of a bunch of game music. Is this where we want to go? There is a secret in here. You can check it out. You need to play Pode. It's so good. That is good to hear. I will check that out. I've been playing on my friends' recommendations. I've started playing the Yakuza games, and I'm still only on the first one. So I'm playing the remaster of the first game, or the remake, I should say. Yakuza Kiwami. And that game is a lot of fun. But I kind of got lost in it. There's so many of those games. So I just kind of need to... to blaze through them a little bit, I think, because I get stuck on side stuff so easily. Oh, great, fireworks. I'll jump over these thingies. Ooh, gotta just skirt underneath. We can do it. Oh, we can't do it. Don't think. Is there anything else in here? No, there's just that one door. Let's go inside. It's quite hard to separate the music from the whole game experience. That is very true, and I do find that I do tend to like any kind of soundtrack more if I'm familiar with the game or the film or wherever it's from. But there are exceptions to that, and there's some. Oh, we got bouncy mushrooms. There are definitely exceptions to that rule. But I do think that a lot of the time it is sort of intrinsically linked. Look, we got a fox and a dog! Look at this! Yeah, Yakuza is... it's really good, and I want to say why, because I kinda ignored those games for a long time. Because they were always kind of... It felt to me as if those games were being sold as... It's Grand Theft Auto, but with Yakuza instead. I'm gonna get something... Treasurers. Look at this, that's quite different, isn't it? You found an ancient artifact. I think this was used to write. So we found, if you look at this bit that was previously empty, this is a completely new thing. There are 3 more of them to find. I believe we've got everything here. Yep, we do. They were always sold to me as like, oh, it's Grand Theft Auto, but it's like the Yakuza. What I didn't realize is that those games are very strange, and they're very funny and weirdly wholesome, which I didn't expect them to be. Like there are definitely stuff about the first game, which to be fair was made in 2005, that are like I think questionable for sure. Like there's some there's some stuff in there that I'm like, oh, this is of its time, but the overall feeling is like kind of nice. Like it's kind of a weirdly sweet game, which I was not expecting at all. But that was a really cool surprise. So let's see, we've got other stuff here, but I'm not sure we can unlock any of it right now. I don't know. I think maybe are we just kind of done here for the time being? What we got? We've got 21 cubes all in all. We need 11 more if we're going to be able to get to the end. Go through here. No, that's all done. We don't need to go through there. There's a couple more areas that we've not unlocked yet. So there's that one door. The one door under the waterfall that I don't think we can do anything about. Oh dear. Yeah, no, I'm really digging Yakuza so far. Now, so I'm almost. I've played about 30 hours of the first game, and then I've got they made a remake of the second game too. Then after that, the 3, 4, and 5 are available on PS4, so I'm gonna try and play those afterwards. And then you got 6, and then you got the spin-off, and then you got 7. 7 was just released, so it's gonna take me a while, but I'm really enjoying them. So we'll get to it. Did I do everything in that area? Yes, I did, didn't I? Okay, so I think maybe I'm kind of stuck here for the time being. I don't think I can do anything right now, so maybe we should... And that's taking us back. Okay. So where else can we go here now? We've got that one area. It's a bigger area coming off of that, so we could try going there. I'm trying to remember how to get to the last bit from this area, but I think... You see, there's a moment later, I believe, that opens that up. Yeah, that's where we want to go. Go through here. Oh. Okay, okay. And that takes us through... And that bit we've been to, so there's another area that we haven't gone to from this section. Let's try to focus on that. That's where it is. Let's pop in. So serene. Like, I love how in some sections you just don't get any music and it's just calming ambient sounds. It's beautiful. Oh, this is something I was gonna say earlier. We were talking kind of about like this mood, hashtag mood. I'll say this now while we're in this kind of calm area. So I was doing some guided meditation earlier today. I was in my spare room. I've got like this nice comfy chair. So I put my headphones on, and I downloaded this guided meditation. It's like 25 minutes long, and so as you do with most of them, they say like focus on your hands and feel your hands getting lighter and lighter, and then you feel like the lightness spread throughout your arms and stuff. So I'm sitting there and I'm trying to focus, trying to like kind of relax, and what happens is Ralph jumps up into my lap and starts digging at not just my hands, but my legs and my crotch. So as I'm trying to sort of lose myself, like lose the earthly bonds to my physical being, I've got this cat just clawing at my junk, and I just started laughing so much, and this little, so I'm there and I've got this calming voice in my head, and I'm just laughing so hard. And as I'm laughing and I'm kind of like guffawing at like this whole situation, like what this must look like, he just settles in, and then he just settles in like the nook. So I'm holding like my hands on my thighs, and he just settles in the nook of my left arm, and then he's just purring throughout the whole thing. And it was just this wonderful, just this beautiful, silly but also like beautiful moment that I shared with him. We got another treasure map. So we had a few of these, and I think that's going to be another stream as well, where we just kind of go through all of these. So So you can see them all. They all look very different. Obviously, they show different things, and some of them have got letters on them. We're gonna go through them in another stream. I think maybe that's gonna be like its own little stream, right? Just go through all of the more like kind of advanced puzzles. Yeah, why Ralphie indeed. I know why, to be fair. He's very sweet. But it was so nice because then afterwards, when the meditation was done, because after he calmed down, like that just kind of helped because I could sort of breathe in tune to his breathing. So once that was done and like the tape was over, it was really calming because now I was like in this chair and he was sort of sleeping on my arm and I could just kind of sit there and appreciate the moment. So yeah, that was a really nice time. Guided meditation, turns out it's very good. We're just about to get another one, another cube, which will bring us to what I believe is at 22, so we've got 10 more to go at that point. Right. There we go. Maybe meditation will be something for me. My brain feels so cluttered even though I don't have that much to stress about. Yeah, I would recommend it. There is the app that I'm using is free on Android at least. It's called Let's Meditate, where you can download different, both guided and self-guided ones, different lengths and with different sort of purposes. And it's completely free. You don't even get ads or on it or anything. I think it's super worth doing because it's, you know, you can, some of them are only like a couple of minutes. Some of them can be like 45 minutes to an hour, you know, if you want to go that much. But I would say it's one of those things, like I think the same with therapy or going to, you know, speaking to like a mental health professional. There is this kind of assumption that you have to earn it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's like people kind of say like, oh, I'm not bad enough to need therapy, or I'm not stressed enough to do meditation and stuff, and I completely understand that impulse. And I've felt it too, you know, numerous times. But I still think that those are things that can be really, really valuable and worthwhile, and not nearly as difficult to do as I think people might assume. It's not for everyone, of course, but I do think that a lot of people who maybe write it off would be well served to do it, you know, so I would recommend it. But yeah, that's called Let's Meditate. It's a really good one. It's free, so you don't have to like worry about paying for it or anything. And if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But then you've tried it, you know. What are we doing now? Oh, that one still had a treasure on it. Can we make that jump? No, we can't. We cannot make that jump. Down. No, that's not where we're going. We're going to go back to where we were, which was that here? Nope. What am I even thinking about? We've been there, haven't we? Yeah, we've done that. That's brought us up here. Actually, maybe we'll go back there because there's a couple of things we haven't done. But I kind of wanted to go back to where we just were, but I forgot where that was. Is that here? Yes, that's where we were. Stop the stress before it gets overwhelming. Yes, that's kind of the thing, isn't it? Because I think so much of that is preventative. It's helping you get the tools you need to avoid it becoming overwhelming. But I think a lot of people, and myself included in that, wait until it is overwhelming, and then we're like, oh my god, well, I need help. I need, to cope with this, which is exactly what I did. And I wish I hadn't, but it's been immeasurably valuable to me since I started going to therapy. So we did that. That's where it is. Okay. Actually, hang on a second. Maybe I might be wrong, but I think maybe that is. If you see here, that map is looking an awful lot like where we are. So I think actually, I don't remember if we can do this, but let's try. So I'm wondering if that means I can't... See, I don't remember this one, but I'm pretty sure that that is the map that we're on, and we need to... No. Pretty sure that that means that there's a thing here that we can actually get on, but... I think it needs to be... Yeah, it needs to be in the right position. Which I think is this. Yes, look at that. Oh. Oh. I don't know if we can... Can we even... No, we can't. It has to be in that one position. Okay. Oh. I think I maybe have to jump and do it. That's might be why. Yeah, there's gotta be some, like, a jump and a... Yeah, and then just kind of time that switch so that we kind of end up... Let's try this. If we jump that way... No, okay, no. I think I got it now. We're gonna make a jump this way. No. That is definitely what we need to do. I just need to figure this out properly. Maintaining momentum. There is a way to do this. There is a way to do this. No, there is. I've done it. I've done it. Why can't I remember? God damn. Okay. That is the very tip. I'll jump back here. Boom. Was there another clue on here? I don't think there was. No, it's just that. Oh, come on. Maybe I'll need to figure this out on my own and then come back to you on a different stream. But kind of shows you where you do have to kind of pay a little bit attention to those maps. They're not very, they're a bit obscure, sort of by design. Yeah, there's a way. Let's just say there is a way. I just don't remember. There's a way. There's a way. To combat my shame of not being able to do that. Does that unlock anything? No, I don't think it does. That takes us to that area, which... Yes, that's all done. Okay, so... Well, there is a way to do this, we'll just gotta figure it out. Yeah, okay. Never mind. We'll get back to it. Right, so we want to go... Not to that bit, we want to go back down here. Ooh. Go for about an hour and 45 and go for another 15. See if we can get one more cube, maybe? Be nice. Right, so let's zoom out. What is... Yeah, there's a fair few. Well, actually, there's quite a lot up here with the... let's go back to the spooky graveyard. Because there's a fair few areas we didn't check out here. So this bit is gold. But you can see that, like, here there are bits that we haven't looked at. So we want to go to that with the big cross. I believe it's the one up there. Hello, Ralphie. How are you? Wanna come up? Wanna come and sit? You're free to if you want to. Alright, so this we've still got some bits in. Check out that further. Here, oh look, we've got another little shortcut, I believe. Takes us here. Oh, that's cool. Because we kind of want to go back here in a bit. Oh, there we go. Come on, come on, Stinky. Say hello to the kitty. Go. He's come to say hello. It's been a couple of streams without you. He's your baby Ralphie boy. He's here. Here, I'm going to bring the camera down a little bit. Maybe you'll see him. Oh, you'll see him poking his face. Interrupting the stream. But it's all good. It's all good. And yeah, some of the cute Gomez's cute idle animations in the meantime. So where do we want to go? Oh, I was meant to jump on that. Got some more text here. Can try to figure that out if you want. Oh, and we do have a key now. We didn't have a key when we came here last time. So let's go in here. Now this is a hell of a thing, isn't it? It's got quite a few doors here. Now, again, I believe these are looking awfully suspicious. But once again, I think maybe... I don't know if we can do this. I think maybe we need... Oh, and he's gone. I think maybe we need more of these, but... So we got that one. I'm gonna try this and see if I recognize. So this one is the same as that one. Right. The one that we're just looking at. I think this is a puzzle where you have to go to multiples. You have to sort of follow a pattern. If I remember correctly. So this one would be... so I think we need more of the maps. Maybe wrong on that. I wonder if we can... I don't think we can actually do anything until we have all of those, if I'm honest. Ralph is the one good gamer. And we've got the instructions there that we can't actually follow, so we'll come back here another day. We want to get up there. I don't recall how. That was one we didn't manage last time, I don't think. So you can see there are some... oh dear. You can see that there are a couple of hidden platforms over there, so I think those are the ones we want to get onto. Yes, that looks like it's right. Yes, there we go. Oh yeah, we did. Oh, okay, so yeah, we did get the... we might be able to find something new if we go down here. Notice you're using a PS4 controller instead of an Xbox controller. Any reason why? I prefer the D-pad on the PS4 controller. The only reason... It's not really a preference. I do have an Xbox controller here. The only reason I'm using this one is because this one has got a little bit of a drift on it. So on that... that stick has got a slight drift where it kind of goes left. If I'm not like actively moving it, it will kind of pull left a little bit, and that's not really like a big deal. But when I bought a PS4, I got this controller with it, and because it doesn't have that problem, I use it. I honestly don't really have a preference either way. I quite like both controllers in different ways. Like I think I like the sticks on this one better, but I like the triggers and the buttons on the Xbox One better. Oh, I fell. So not really got a dog in that fight. I I think they're both really good. I really did not care for the PS3 controller. I wasn't a fan of that because I thought it was quite spongy. Have we got it? We have got everything. Okay. I thought it was a little bit spongy, but I think the PS4 one is really good. And I actually do enjoy the. I can even use it in this game. I think. No, I can't. I was gonna say I was gonna use the touchpad, but I don't think it works. I'll go one further accidentally. The Xbox One controllers, or the Xbox controllers in general, I really like the One controller, the Xbox One controller. That's really nice. I think that's got really good clicky buttons, but I just couldn't afford one. I just happen to have all the other ones. So what are we doing? Oh, I'm getting a bit tired. I think maybe it's time to cut this stream, because I think I'm losing focus a little bit. We've been going for a while anyway. Yeah, I think we're at a pretty good point. We've got 23 cubes. We've got 9 more to go before we can see the first ending. So I think we're going to do that next time. And we've got 3 keys to use as well. So there's a fair amount that we can unlock next time. So I'm going to switch this over to so I can see. And I think that's going to be it for this time. And I thank you so much again, everyone who watched. Like, we've had a fair few people. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. I really hope you've had a nice Monday evening with me. So yeah, that's probably going to be it for me, I think. I'm just looking now to see who is going to... So I can raid you over. I think actually let's go for Super Sweet Boy. I think he's been going pretty much all day. He's been doing multiplayer games, and doesn't seem to be a ton of people watching. But he's a really good streamer too. So I think we're gonna throw you over to him, and maybe consider following along. So he looks like he's playing Jackbox now. It's a lot of fun. Thank you to Deepkeeper Manuel, Dappling, and Leavon, everyone who's been lurking and everyone's been watching. That's been great. I'm gonna throw that over to the raid. And then I really hope you've had a nice Monday, and I'll see you for more Fez on Wednesday this time. And I'm just gonna get us prepared. The raid is ready. So please say hi to Super Sweet Boy from me, and I will see you very soon. Bye.